Hello, this is the second part of the series, starting with Navalny's video on his health. This is now going to be Putin, a look at Putin in regard to Navalny's health and how things will go for Putin with this. What Putin, what we need to know. So I just kind of open it up and leave it to the universe to point me in the right direction with the cards, of giving me the right cards that symbolize what we need to be aware of, what's important. And that works best for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm asking the Creator and the universe to please assist me to read accurately and clearly on Putin and what will happen regarding Alexei Navalny's health, how it will affect him, and what does his future look like. See if the cards can get some of those questions in my reading. So I'm going to do a Celtic Cross. I'm using the Haunted House Tarot deck if you're curious. And today is the 21st of April, 2021. So we want to know from Putin's point of view how he's feeling, what he'll do with regard to Alexei Navalny, and how things will affect him with regard to Alexei Navalny. Whew. I'm putting my heating pad back on. It is foggy and chilly here. Okay. It is our pre-June gloom weather, being June gloom in April, so pretty much from April to June we get this fog. It's pretty depressing after a while. But anywho, back to the reading. We get the Two of Swords. So Putin is trying to act like he's not going to do anything. He's not going to help him. He's not going to. This is his, like, I'm not going to do anything that is pushed onto me by other nations. He's very much, he's going to do what he intends to do, which is his own motives. But on the outside, he's just going to, he's at a stoic position. And he's at a stoic position mentally too, emotionally. The guy doesn't care. And I think this is going to be a learning moment for him, that he's used to having his way in his own country like that, but the rest of the world might stop putting up with this nonsense now. And I think they will. Yeah, look what's crossing him. It is, sorry about the smudge, I lit a candle there. It is the Ten of Wands, and it's crossing him. This is a challenge. So he's at a point with this card, being a 10, of an end of a cycle, crossing him. And it's an end of a cycle of holding, I think, the rest of the world in under great strain and pressure that is excessive. And he's pushed his luck. He's pushed his luck too far, is what I'm getting. The United States is going to go after it. But as I've always said, we'll go after him in our own way and time, to our intelligence and the route that they know best. And let me tell you, don't underestimate them. They're going to clean his clock, is what I get. But they're going to push here and push there. They're going to start to begin to act now in ways that will have an effect. So Putin is in a place of a giant middle finger to the world with regards to Navalny. Doesn't want to hear what anyone else wants to tell him, of course, because it's his country, his. You know, he's so basic. Anyway, so he's all territorial and all that, and being the thug that he is, you know, he's got his arms crossed and feeling very Mussolini, very Stalin, or whoever his favorite one was. His base card is the World. This is another nod to an end of a cycle. This is also, I think, indicating the past success that he's had, but this is saying that this cycle of success is over for him. He's pushed it too far, is what the feeling was here, and that makes sense with this feeling. And what covers him now, or crowns him, is reactionary, kind of. He is an air sign, but this is a feeling of more of a reactive response. He's going to be more aggressive, much more aggressive, because he's afraid that his time is his window is closing on holding on to power. So he's more apt to, I think, be more verbally aggressive, and also be more aggressive in his actions. It's going to be highly provocative. And that's what he's doing, according to the news, from what I've read. And I only read a headline, but interesting, it makes sense. I see it in the reading. In the recent past, the Nine of Cups, this is about the past. And he's having a nostalgia moment. He's living in a world of nostalgia. His mind is a nostalgic mind frame. And it's ending. He's being pressured to have to let go, relinquish power. And he doesn't want to, because he has such nostalgia about his reign of power there. And he's like, I'm not giving that up. You're going to have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. And it's like, don't tempt us. The Six of Swords is interesting, because this speaks to some kind of past pattern of, I think, aggressive pushing people, trying to provoke, and the world going to I feel like further afield. So I feel like this is more like the military activities of buzzing boundaries, borders, stirring up trouble. Basically, the long and short of it looks like he's going to have Russia stirring up trouble, because he's refusing to relent on the way he does things, and he wants Navalny also to be completely under pressure. He's not going to want to give that man an inch of mercy. But I feel like this is the interception, despite his trying to put on all this pressure. I feel like this could also be the intercession of Navalny going someplace better, and he's not going to have much say about it. So let's just see. I feel like Navalny will be, I hope, I get a sense of him being taken out of, somehow transferred out of that care. I don't know how on earth that would happen, but I just feel like there's going to be movement. They're definitely going to be moving him around. So maybe they'll be moving him to a better, I don't know, hospital. But it would be further out. I think it wouldn't be in Russia. And that comes up in the very near future. So I feel like this is Putin under stress about it. Because the world is also, this could also, I feel like we're also looking at his nostalgic look at his reign, but also that the world is closing in on him and beginning to hold him to account and rallying together to hold him to account. And he's not going to be able to resist that because it will hurt his nation, the sanctions, enough that they will be willing to throw him over, overthrow him, literally, drop kick him. There will be enough anti-Putin sentiment building that nature will take its course, shall we say. And certain things like Navalny, people that have a great influence of bringing the world's attention, will just be doing God's work, if you will, in putting their lives on the line like he is. So Putin's saying that this is Navalny. I don't feel like he's going to be looking for who is in his corner to help him through dealing with this pressure. He's aware that this would be, again, I'm feeling like this could be, again, a nod that Navalny will have intervention, that this would be like an ally, somebody negotiating his health, going to a better place. So I think Russia will be having to talk to, there'll be other nations pressuring them to let him go to, I think, another facility. Yes, this is the Three of Wands. This is more extensive, and it's a card of more activity in the environment that is outside of Putin with regard to his actions and in concern to Navalny, because that's what this reading is about. And he's going to have greater intensity from the outside world on his doorstep about this, and about just for the sake of keeping peace, of moving Navalny to a different place that can help him. Yeah. Hopes and fears. He's afraid of his, I think, number one, he is afraid of Navalny dying. I think he is afraid of also his regime dying, his power dying, and it being the end, and it is. I think he also, on some level, wants this thing with I think, Navalny to be over with, and that means he wants Navalny dead. So it's, I think, got to be a little confusing, potentially. Do I not? He remains just dutiful to his cause to the end, is what I'm shown, Putin. And he is stubborn. He is so stubborn with this. That I see him just maintaining his line of lies, I feel like, and his typical nonsense that he puts out there. This is a bit of hypervigilance that he's going to start to have where things are closer to home. And this feels like he's going to start to feel more embattled, because I think there's going to be more uprising, basically, is what I'm getting in his environment closer around him, that he's going to be watching for. Because people are going to be putting more and more pressure on him. He's going to just ignore it. But I see people going ahead and trying, and I don't know how they're going to do this, but it looks like a potential to try to negotiate, I think, some kind of way for Navalny to be taken elsewhere. But Putin's still going to be very much keeping to his own mindset. And I'm not really getting a sense, well, is he going to let him go? But yet I feel like he's going to go, but Putin's still going to be, I think, very maintaining the same perspective. It's not going to change one bit. And that's going to matter, because I do get that he's going to have groups that are nations that are coming together because of what he's done to them, to take him to task. And people are going to be starting to be more happy too in the streets. You know, they're going to be seeing that that Putin is having karma, because that is the judgment card, and this is the judgment by the rest of the surrounding, the world, and closer to him and elsewhere. I think the energy is going to totally change. He's going to realize that he needs help in order to win, in order to keep his power, that he's going to have to ask somebody outside, like China, I don't know, one of whoever it is that he can find at that time willing to do him a solid. I have a feeling, I want to look at if Putin and Russia will ever fall out with China, but I just feel like he's going to be looking to another nation to help him out, to help him keep power, because I feel like this is the uprising. And it's not just an uprising near him or within his own country. It's going to be a sentiment that is echoed, I feel like, by many in the world, that he's going to feel the heat. He's going to feel trapped. And I think angry and trapped. And so he's going to be looking for somebody to help him out. And I think like militarily, or like help him out to retain his support somehow, to do the nonsense he does. Now I see the Four of Swords. So this is, he's going to have to retreat, okay? Because I feel like there will be an uprising. Energy is coming up against him quickly there. I feel like it could be much sooner than we think, or a little sooner than we think, that Putin will end up actually losing power, because I see a fired up crowd here, and kind of like the breaking of the Berlin Wall. And I think that's an appropriate enough symbol, because at that time he panicked. And I think a lot of the toxicity in this man came from that time. In East Germany. He's a real creep. But he'll have to retreat. He's going to have to retreat. And I feel like he's going to have people wanting the people are going to want his goat. They're going to want him. I feel like this is the nation. So there's this murky time also with the wealth of the nation and the economy. It looks deeply like there's all kinds of secrets, which isn't surprising. So I think he's going to retreat and pull back, but I think that in doing so, it casts this shadow, this dark shadow, over the country, where I think their goods, their economy is going to be a bit shadowy, mysterious. There's something here. Yeah, look, there's more mystery here. These are secrets that he fears will come out, to do with economy, to do with wealth, quite possibly also a woman, could be a daughter, could be a love. There is a secret surrounding, but I definitely get money too. So it's the wealth of the nation, and it's, I think, also the economy. And he's really afraid. There's some real secrets there, apparently, with the high priestess stuff that he's doesn't want revealed. And basically what he doesn't want revealed is that he's a fraud. And it's not that he's a very real murderer, but he is not a good, he doesn't know how to make his country run well. He doesn't have what that takes. No. He's too interested in short term, and he's too greedy. But there's secrets, and I think they'll come out. And I think there's also possibly an actual person, a woman. There's some kind of deceit, yes. This is with economy. And these are with different, I feel like, people he trades with in the world, China, so on and so forth. There's also cheating. He's done some kind of cheating with the what he should be doing with regards to other nations. He's not. There's a lack of transparency and honesty. And I feel like these might be more sanctions. Yep, and then there's arguing. So Putin's just going to have a very unpleasant time of this very soon. It's just going to kind of fall apart in his hands. And I see his power being, him trying to resist it being dismantled, but I see it just gets taken apart because he's neglected it for his own gluttony. And now the chickens come home to roost. There's a different perspective also in this delay on the economy, in this stalling of the economy. People are angry. And they're angry that when they find out, especially, which looks like it's going to be revealed, the lies and some of this, the things that weren't true, things he didn't do properly. Here's the problem. They're really going to be isolated again, Russia as a nation, and I feel like there's going to be more illness, less commodities. A greater, I'm getting a greater divide between it's going to be the very rich and the very poor. So it's going to fall apart in Putin's hands. And it's the end of his overreach and his dominion. So I see two women here. Maybe there may be, his daughters, possibly his ex-wife, but I see a Leo, a woman that's I think she's a Leo, but she's a fire sign. She could be Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And I see another woman that's a water sign. And there's some sort of new beginning with a woman that's a water sign here. And another woman, I feel like, who might be either exposed or there's light put on her. I feel like, and he's trying, I feel like these are maybe his daughters. And there is travel or movement with the chariot, going more remote, going, to a more quiet, more remote place to live. Looking to go on the down low. So I see him looking to try to also encourage his daughters, because I think he's going to be worried for their well-being, because of the things he's done. Communications, let's see. He is going to, there's a connection that he's going to have lost, I think, with them, that he's going to regret. It could be also that his daughters will go estranged, not sure, or they end up having to live in a way that's not what either, really wanted. And there's a loss. There's definite loss that he's definitely going to end up feeling. So I feel like it's going to happen where a bit here, a bit there, and then big chunks of things happen that begin to dismantle Putin's power. But I think it's coming this, from this point on. And I'm not surprised, because I think Joe means to unseat him. I think Joe wants to make sure that he cannot do this crap anymore. And by, allowing also the people there to do what they need to do, and supporting them. And Joe's not stupid. Vlad's shrewd, but he is going to end up paranoid and at the end of his tethers, and his time window to be dictator. It's like his sell-by date is up. So we're going to be seeing his power diminish. So watch that space. All right, I'll see you in the next video. If you like my content, please make sure that you're subscribed. And if you are, thank you so much. Thank you for watching this. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.